We're headed into the showdown, segment of the championship, but there's already been too much damage to my points haul to really focus on the championship anymore. I feel like I'm racing for the moment. It needs to be race by race, round by round, finish out the year as strong as I can, try and get back into the podium fight, and obviously try and win some races. Of course, if I do win a bunch of races, then that points gap might close down and I might be able to come focused on the championship again. But at this point, I feel like that's like a secondary focus. We need to focus mostly on the moment and getting the bike competitive. Well, coming back to Oulton is good in a way. We had the earlier round this year, so we can, back to back to what we're doing currently versus what we had in the bike then, and cross-reference and even repeat the exact settings again and see maybe can we recover competitive elements that we need, or if things have just moved on a little bit outside of where we're able to compete with. So this round's going to highlight a few areas for us.
The guys have been working really hard in the couple of weeks we've been away. They've come up with some new ideas and installed those settings in the bike. And I rode practice one and didn't like it. And obviously you don't want to come in and go, no, it's after one lap and go, no, I don't like it, and put it back how it was. So I persevered for the first practice and didn't really find any improvement for myself. And then to give it a second go, we made some other adjustments, thinking maybe it just wasn't in the right window. Tried again in the second session, again, I didn't like it. So unfortunately, all that hard work that they've done during the last couple of weeks, for me, is wasted, because we put it back to how it was at Cadwell and I felt much better. It's quite a punishing situation, because you're trying to take any opportunity to find an improvement, and then in doing that we've lost one practice session in trying the new settings, which I don't like, and then another half of the next session, then I need to put it back to how it was at Cadwell, which is what I preferred, but now we're 2 full practice sessions behind what everyone else in the paddock's been doing. That's just the nature of racing. That's not specific to us, that's not specific to me, that's just how racing goes sometimes. You've got to try, you've got to put your foot in the water and see, and sometimes it works and you benefit, sometimes it doesn't.
Hey everyone, it's Pete Hickman here and Josh Brookes. We've just finished day 1 at Oulton Park and we are going to do a lip reading challenge. I think it's going to be quite difficult. Let's see how we get on. It almost feels like you're being rude, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I don't want to ask him to say it again, but I've got nothing. And I'm like, right, I'll think about it for a bit. I'm like, thinking about it's not going to help. I don't know of anything to think about.
Literally, there is nothing.
The first one you couldn't get was Motul.
Oh, right.
You thought it was a B. It was an M.
Yeah, it was an M.
Well, M and B must look the
Yeah,
same.
must look similar. Thanks everyone, welcome to the garage tour.
So you ready? This is now the only signed card trick players in the world. Because even if you met another magician who was half as good as me, like what I did there, you'd never dine it the same way, the ink comes out differently. Yes. So although it looks the same, it's not really the same. So this is a unique moment right now. So all I need you to do is just follow it. So there's the ace of clubs. I'm going to take it and push it halfway in. Can you trick your fingers? And then when I go like that, that's when you're up hard. Now I'm going to take it. Now this time I want you to follow it. So there's your card. I want you to push it in. Now if you don't trust me, you can move it somewhere else.
Fortunately, the guys have then done some sort of master work and improved the bike massively through practice 3 and then into qualifying. And for most of qualifying I was about 4th, I think, and then with maybe a lap to go, or the time period of one more lap, Haslam was able to improve his time and drop it back to 5th. So after all what I've said, I actually feel like we're in a pretty good position. The last couple of rounds have been even outside the top 10. So to be, 4th and 5th sort of area in qualifying is good. It means I'm starting off on the second row, which I can definitely get a good start from there. And if I get a good start and kind of ride like this a bit, I can keep some people behind for a while.
That'll help me. If you do that road, slow everyone up a bit, and then I can come forward.
See, there we go. That's
We're getting the plan together.
yeah. We'll work together. Yeah, we can add some fences. When you see the guys riding into the turn 1, they put their leg off. That's not because it's improving their corner entry. That's just to try and keep the others back. So I'll be doing plenty of that. But no, I feel like we're missing, like Pete said, we're still missing a little bit. You know what I mean? We've some weekends we've got bigger areas to improve, and some weekends it's just a small amount. But this weekend, fortunately, we're close, but we're still missing a couple of tenths. So it is going to be a challenging race. I'm optimistic that I'll get a good start and try and battle my way through and hold my position at least. But the realist in me says this is going to be tough, and it's probably with a few laps to go, I'm going to probably struggle to keep maintaining the lap time. But if you guys cheer loud enough, that'll make a good difference, and I'll be able to go faster.
We've got a smile on our face.
Yeah, I can see the lights from here. Last couple of rounds have been hard. It's difficult. When I think I heard on the pre-event promos that me and Leon are a match for wins around here. So I know how to go around here fast. It's just sometimes it's not always that easy to do it. So no, we're in a good spot. We're starting off the second row. So a good start from here can put me in the top 2 or 3. So I'll just have to ride a wide bike and hold them back as long as possible. And we've got plenty of fans out around the circuit today, so the atmosphere will be good.
I start on the second row, so from there you can have a chance at being in the battle and pushing forward. Unfortunately, in the first race, as much as I tried, I sort of just that grip with the front group, and I felt like if I tried harder, I'd crash. So that would be a worse scenario than just losing a bit of ground. Mid-race, it looked like I was actually staying the same as the lead group. My speed after the first few laps was very similar to the front guys, but even if I was with them, I don't think I would have had the speed or the confidence to actually make passes. We did try a little alteration in morning warm-up. I couldn't really feel the difference. It was that small. We don't really want to make big changes before a race, because if it goes the wrong way, then you're going to get worse results.
Yeah, well, thanks for expecting me to be up higher. I'm happy, that we're improving, that we're getting closer. The last few rounds have been really difficult. We obviously want better and expect better, and just have to accept sometimes that it's not going to go your way. So we have made improvements. This track seems to be a bit kinder to us with the bike setup and what we've got. Both Pete and I are both a bit stronger this weekend. So I'm just hoping we can put a strong race together. Yesterday's first few laps weren't the best, but the race thereafter was quite strong. So hopefully I can get a good start today. Improve those first few laps and stay with the lead group, and then I think my pace is actually good enough to stay there, so we'll see.
We went into the race 2, which was the first race today, and again, similar situation where the front group just sort of like eke away, not massively big chunks really quick where you can go, oh, that corner there is where we need to work. It's just sort of like little bits at a time, and then after a few laps you think, God, how did they manage to get so far away? It's just like small parts, corner by corner. So it makes it really difficult to explain to the crew how we can make a big step or make a big change and actually make the bike improve when the difference between us and the next person is so small. It's just a little bit corner by corner. I feel the sense of disappointment when you see those others stretching away and you think, like, can I just brake a little later? Can I just lean a bit more? Can I open the throttle a bit harder? There's got to be somewhere I can make a difference, and it feels like sometimes it's the opposite. The harder you try, the more the bike reacts to your desperation, and you actually start to make more mistakes. As much as I try and ride hard, I've got to also maintain consistency and not make any mistakes and try and ride the machine the best that it is and the package that it is today without going over that limit and crashing, but trying to push the limit and try and get the best out of the machines. So, welcome to Oulton Park Television. Previous events we've gone to have been super disappointed with the results. In a way, I think people probably forget that we're on a new bike this year. So every track we go to, it is in fact relearning the settings because it's a new bike and the old settings don't relate to this new bike. So to come here to Oulton Park has actually been an improvement for us because we've already got settings that work in the bike from earlier in the year. This is our second time here. So that proved in the results straight away from free practice through to qualifying. The performance was immediately better and closer to the front because we didn't have to work on a new setting like we have in the past. We just went to the old setting and then just focused on adjusting the engine brake and throttle control and more like fine tuning. Even though I started the final race off the third row, I felt like our package was a little bit more refined, so I was able to fight back and again get another 5th position. So we're a little bit disappointed because we don't have what we need to be able to fight for the podium. There's a couple of tenths per lap that we're lacking, and it seems like even if I try harder, I only get disadvantaged by the bike reacting underneath me in rebelling, basically, that it doesn't want to go any harder. So yeah, we have to sort of like accept sometimes that that's the best we can do this weekend, and we know there's areas that the bike can improve. So there's areas like other rounds where we know we need to work, but knowing where there's an issue and then actually finding a solution is quite a different thing. So we'll just move on to the next round, couple of rounds again at tracks we've been to before. So I'm hoping that they'll prove to be beneficial for us, and we'll be more competitive in the results because it's tracks we've been to before. So yeah, fingers crossed that the results keep improving, and we'll keep trying to find those small improvements to bridge that gap.